Hey everybody, welcome to Talking Horde, the official Lusty Horde Hordecast podcast after show. I'm your host, Baby Bodacious. And wow, we're talking about a big one tonight, episode 2, the Bachelorette Party of the Damned, the Sarasota Showdown. A lot of emotions flying through the air. We've all felt them. I think that we were all on the edge of our seat. We're joined by the cast in studio today. We've got all your favorites. I just want to dive right in. Suzanne.
Hi. Hey, nice to see you, Baby B.
Oh, so glad to have you here. I mean, you went through a lot. What a tough episode for you.
How crazy was that? Oh my God. You know, I'm not going to say that it wasn't worth it. It was worth it. I love my life now, but what a time.
Sure, you learned a lot about yourself. I mean, what a journey you went on, both physically and emotionally. I mean, in a way, it kind of was the greatest bachelorette party you could have had.
You know, there's a lot of bachelorette parties that are crazier than mine, but not many.
That's very true.
Not many. What stays in that museum, stays in that museum. You know what I mean? I don't know what that means.
No, I do know what you mean.
I should have gone to Vegas. Anyway.
Speaking of bachelorettes, a couple of your friends here who
Yes.
enjoyed the experience with you.
So, by the way, I'm so happy to see Dana. Dana, it's so good to see you.
Thanks. It's great to be here, and I'm so happy. A huge fan of the show. I love you as a host, baby.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Dana, you know, what an unbelievable journey you had to go on. I mean, to be a human.
Yeah.
And then to turn into goo.
People walked all over me before I was a puddle of goo, and then once I was a puddle of goo, it was more appropriate in a number of ways, but it didn't not hurt just as much.
That is well said. Thank you very much, Dana. Now, Dana, you brought a very special friend, but one that has a contentious relationship with Suzanne.
What's up, bitches?
So, Lola, you know, I look at you, a beautiful woman.
Thank you. Say it again.
Beautiful woman. Powerful, strong. You read Sanskrit.
Yeah.
Where would you learn something like that?
In college, bitch. Florida State, baby. Go Noles!
Wow. That's was that a major?
No, my major was art history, okay? Learning ancient languages was just something I did on the side.
Well, you know, I think it's a prime example of never judging a book by its cover. Speaking of which, Troy is in studio with us. Troy, hello.
Hey, what's up?
Now, Troy, you know, we're introduced to you in this story. You're at your bachelor party, you're on the beach.
Yeah.
You're with TJ and Scoos.
Troy. Didn't know you were in the audience there.
What's up, buddy?
What's up? Best bros.
You guys are hanging out, having a good time, and, you know, you don't necessarily come off at the beginning like the hero that we find out you are.
Well, I always end up coming off, if you know what I mean. But yeah, sometimes, you know, heroes come from the most unexpected of places. But the thing for me is that I didn't realize that I had so much love in my heart. And when that love goes away, you realize it's the end of the day.
Speaking of love in your heart, you know, a real conflicting emotion at the end there, because while you were able to save the world, you lost your love, Suzanne, and not to death. She just left you.
Way to bring up a really sore topic, okay?
Not so sore for me. This actually worked out great for me.
Yeah, you got a cool teal Kawasaki.
Did you know it travels through dimensions?
Yeah.
Do you know how many places I've been since I left?
Why don't you tell me?
I've seen worlds that you wouldn't even believe. Do you know I've been to some place called the Wetlands, which smelled so weird. So weird. Mm-hmm. I visited a planet called Florn. You guys will learn about that in the next episode. I visited this world where it rains 24/7. Hot dudes. I'm sorry, Troy.
Oh my God, how can I get on that planet?
You can't with me.
Listen, bitch, are we gonna have this out or what?
I'm not gonna listen. How do you like that?
You know what, Troy?
What?
I think you're better off without Suzanne. Yeah, I said it, bitch.
She came for me.
I'm fucking coming for you, and I'm gonna snatch your
The
shit.
tension is really high in the studio right now. I think it's time maybe we turn over to a surprise guest. First one, please welcome Cassandra, everyone. Cassandra's coming out.
What's up, everybody? It's so great to be back to my normal self and working again. I'm available for weekends, any kind of party. I don't care what kind of party it is. Do you know what I mean by that?
Like the kind of party where you end up killing two of my friends?
What? Don't want to do one of those again.
Cassandra, you know, you've had some pretty special experiences with a lot of the people on this stage right now. couple of people that we haven't spoken to out in the audience. If we can get a microphone out to them, I'd love to talk to TJ and Scoos. TJ and Scoos?
Yo, what's up, guys? What up?
TJ and Scoos, you guys, I mean, you know, you lived a short yet powerful life. You lived on the beach. You guys were probably some of the most recognizable faces outside of bars in Sarasota. But you died in a very unfortunate way when Cassandra beefed all over your faces.
Yeah.
You died in a very unfortunate way when Cassandra beefed all over your faces.
You know, can I just chime in real quick about that? I just want to say to TJ and Scoos, I'm so sorry about what happened. You caught me on an off day. Normally, I try to maintain my body's a temple. But that day, I had nothing but Activia, Chipotle, and a couple of cans of Chardonnay. And I'm real sorry about what happened. I think that
You
might
know
have
what,
been...
Cassandra? It's cool. Like, don't worry about it. We would appreciate if you did refund us for the cop package, because we specifically asked for the cop package and not the demon.
Yeah, I'd like to say, maybe give us a little bit of our money back, Cassandra. I'd like to say that TJ and Scoos and I do a morning DJ show. We're doing a morning DJ show over at Tropicalia later this week, so you come on by.
Jane Scoos in the morning.
Before we continue on, it's time to acknowledge a couple of our sponsors. Snoggers. When you're looking for some loggers, it's Snoggers time. Also sponsored by the Sarasota Museum of Modern Art. We've got some stuff. And of course by Kawasaki, the official motorcycle of interdimensional travel. Welcome back to Talking Horde, the official Lusty Horde Hordecast podcast after show. I, again, am Baby Bodacious, and I'm here with the cast of Episode 2, Bachelorette Party of the Dam, the Sarasota Showdown. We are joined by one of the stars of the program right now. Please welcome to studio, Craig.
It's Greg.
Thank you, Craig.
It's Greg.
Craig, gosh, you've been through a lot. I mean, you come into this story and you really save the day while sacrificing yourself. You've gone through so many battles in your life, traveled through so many dimensions. Talk to me about some of the battles that you've gone through with Rothmara over the years.
Well, you see, it all started when Rothmara traveled
Craig,
to...
I have to stop you there because actually we have a surprise guest. Rothmara is in studio right now. Hi, Rothmara.
Oh, what's up, bitches? Oh, hey, Craig, sorry to interrupt your time like I interrupted your life. You fucking bitch!
Nice to see you, Rothmara.
Is it?
Now, Rothmara...
Hold on a second, baby Bodacious. Flame finger!
I'd like to remind everyone that on this program, there will be no murders. I'd like to keep it, PG-13.
All right, whatever. Let's keep it Saturday morning, you know what I mean?
I do. Thank you very much. So, Rothmara, when you're summoned, the first thing that you do right out of the gate, you're looking for snooze. You start hitting on Suzanne. What was it that drew you to Suzanne?
A couple of things. I mean, shit. I came out of I came out of the staff, and here's this sweet piece of pooch standing right in front of me. That's like leaving your apartment and being like, I want a pizza, and there's a fucking pizza with like Papa John's right there. You know what I mean? Like, what was I supposed to do? Go for it. That's what I did.
Suzanne's been traveling from dimension to dimension. Have you guys spent any time together?
Yeah, she's a prude, but she's a big prude, big teeth. But I did send her some dick pics, so I'm expecting to get something back.
Yeah, you're not going to get anything back.
Rothmara, you can send some of that demon dick this way.
Okay, yes.
All right, this probably takes you back to some of your college years. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but you were a member of Sigma Goon?
Sigma Goon, baby. You know when Sigma Goon's in the house, it's about to get loose.
Walk me through, what does that fraternity look like?
All right, Sigma Goon. It actually started out as a scholastic fraternity. A lot of us were engineers, and just looking for a place to hang out. And so we got together, and, we got a charter. A lot of the brothers went on to be very successful, including myself. You'll find us all over the place in many industries. And that's Sigma Goon. That's the brief tour of Sigma Goon.
Wow, such an impressive life.
We also poach more pooch than anybody.
I don't know if we're gonna have a pooch pulling contest. I'm at the top of the bracket. I don't know about interdimensional pooch, but certainly here in Sarasota, I've slanged more slooch and pooch than you can beg to differ
You know what,
from.
tell you something, brother. You show up for Greek Freak Week, and we'll see who pulls down more pooch. Show up for Greek Freak Week!
By the way, everybody, just not to do a plug here, but I will be at Greek Freak Week as a judge.
Wow, powerful stuff, guys. We have one more guest before we go here. I think the real unsung hero of the entire episode, Janitor Carruthers. Janitor Carruthers, thanks so much for joining us.
Huh?
Thank you for joining us on the program.
Yeah, sure.
Now, you've had such a difficult job at the museum. Troy has thrown many parties at the museum. The Sarasota Jizz Fest. He's had a lot of wet parties.
I'm sorry to chime in again. I think you mean the Sarasota Jazz Fest.
I was given incorrect information. I apologize.
No big deal. I mean, it's just like, I live here now permanently, so it's like I don't want people mixing it up. I mean, Sarasota's a great town with a lot of classy things going on, too. I know we painted it out to be this real piece of shit place, but it's got a jazz festival, all right? People should know that.
That's one thing you and I can agree on, Razmataz.
This year they're gonna have Winston Marsalis.
Yeah, I saw that he was booked. I think we're all very excited about that. So, Janitor Carruthers, you walk into back chambers, and you see goo wall to wall. Clearly, a number of 20-somethings have died, and magical creatures. What goes through your head in a moment like that?
Well, to be honest, I just think, not again.
That's all the time we have today. Thank you so much for joining us. I think we've really unpacked the entire box. I'd like to thank all of our guests that joined us in studio. Of course, if you want to learn more about the Lusty Horde, go to www.lustyhorde.com. Follow us on Facebook. Don't forget to subscribe. And of course, at Twitter, @Lusty Horde. Thank you for joining us at Talking Horde, the official Lusty Horde Hordecast podcast after show. I'm Baby Bodacious, and in the great words of Troy, jackpot Razmataz. We'll see you next time. So saith the Lusty Horde.
So say it, the Lusty Horde.
So say it.